This is Hidden Cup Norway, round of 16. Everyone is playing under hidden identities, and this last one has already been awarded as an admin win because of failed scheduling efforts from Odin. Shame on you. We're going to shame you properly when we release the names of all players after the tournament. I am playing myself. I am one of these 16 players, but I don't know who the other 15 are. And nobody knows, except Shakuni, my admin, knows who I am. So you're going to have to play the guess games here. First set we'll cast is Heimdall vs Njord. These are hidden identities, so obviously it's hidden seeding as well, or it's no seeding. It's just, yeah, random, basically. We have an information chart here where they've been discussing the, yeah, how, appointing when to play and everything. And also some... Everyone's Andy, apparently. Except Hell, which he has no clue about. So we don't have so many guesses yet, because I haven't been casting yet any of the matches, so it's hard to guess. But we also have a sheet here where the players can write things, notes on other players. Snippy, of course, Regicide player. Mads, our only non-Norwegian player here, is doing weird stuff. But now to the draft. Njord vs Heimdall. Exclamation mark maps for their home maps, which is Hideout and Slopes. And Malian's banned and Celt's banned, so someone doesn't want to play against infantry aficionados like Nope and Webby here. Could be good bans. Portuguese could be used on any of the maps, I guess, but it's probably for Hideout, unless Bohemians is the plan for that one. Not sure what's the Arabia Civ here in that case. Maybe it's Japanese for men-at-arms archers. Vikings, Incas, that's fun. Are we already looking at Andy or Akkal here, maybe? I like to play Incas Eagles, Feudal Eagles a lot. Franks, Turks, mix of Cavan, archers, civilizations here. Njord kinda looks like Pete. Don't see any Tatars or Italians here though. Papaya Pete would pick Italians for... Wait, Slopes isn't really a hybrid map, so I guess... It's Andy, says Arsak. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. Let's open the first game. Heimdall versus Njord, game 1. Fingers crossed this will play back, otherwise we're screwed here with the hotfix. Hoping for the best though. Let's have a look. I need to make sure it shows HD Norway round of 16. It's also a best of 3. Right. Kan ikke være klovn uten å være litt troll. That's good with some trolling, Arsak. All good. So the designated first map is Arsak's favorite, Arabia. But by the looks of this one, this looks like you could easily make yourself a little hideout or arena here in between the woodlines. Heimdall getting the more easily wallable map, but is punished with a forward gold near the home TC here. So not ideal having the main gold right next to a hill like that and your other golds forward. It's the Hidden Cup 4 Arabia version, so it's got some hills here and there, and it's supposed to be a little bit of more aggressive. Arabia is just arena with extra steps. Yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you? Beefy woodline in the front here for Njord, also one in the back, one on the side here. I guess it's decent here as well for the people who like to wall nice and early and get safe, but they're further out the woodline, so it's going to be a little bit tougher. Pigs so far out as well, those are going to be hard to find actually. We have a green picker, by the way. My favorite color, Mads' favorite color, Papaya Pete's favorite color, as far as I know. So it could be either of them. Was sad with Arabia's game 1. Well, we're following the Hidden Cup settings. So that's just the way it goes. And we have Portuguese versus Vikings here, which smells like an yeah, infantry into archers kind of war. Maybe straight archers for the Portuguese, whereas the Vikings are very likely to go for an infantry opening with the extra hit points on their infantry. Doesn't make any sense to do it just because they did it. In hindsight, we definitely didn't need to know. We should have just had a map draft, to be honest. But it's how I've been doing the other hidden cups. So that's just the way it's going to be. Some predictability with the first map being the classic map. Is that the fifth builder going to wood? Where are you going? 2 houses in the front. Okay, we're already walling off a little bit here. Arena game 1 then. There's no arena in the hidden cup. You have hideout. You have your closed map. You can make that work. You're desperately looking for the last 2 sheep. They're just, or pigs rather. They're just 1 tile away. What can I say? I am an Arabia enjoyer. Thankfully, I made the rules. Besides, you could have gone Regicide Arabia in that case. You would have the chance to pick Regicide once during the set. I guess it hasn't been stated that you could use that for game 1. That's so maybe people think they couldn't. And for all I know, Regicide hasn't been picked at all yet, but it's an option during any best of 3, best of 5, best of 7. Are we going to gold here now? Is this a drush? Is that 10 gold for a drush at 18 pop here? I mean, if Kong didn't quit before the tournament started, I would think this was Kong because he loves his drushes. Kong forever. Pretty low idleness times for both here, so they got their Dark Age down decently. Going pretty greedy with pushing the deer here as well. And if someone opens scouts with the Vikings here, I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. But we're going to gold, so that's not gonna happen. Norway has a hidden cup too. Yes, first time, as far as I know. My initiative and my Indian friend Chakuni helping me with preserving the hidden identities. And Arsak played in it. Why are you talking in past tense, Arsak? Does that mean you're out already? I'm just joking. Gotta be careful how you word it yourself, Arsak. But I have a suspicion as to who you are already, so we'll see. We'll see when we get to that set. I think it's only going to be 2 or 3 sets today, depends on the duration. 1 farm! But 2 on gold. Why would you be farming already? Is this an... No, it's a barracks. And it's not Age Rush, because the barracks isn't up yet. What the hell is going on here? This has to be Arsak. Such unconventional area playing, but he is not walled yet, so maybe not. We'll see if there are stone walls later. It's Arsak, by the way. So the barracks is up. There's some walling going on here. That's just common sense when you have a base like this with the wood lines laid out like that. Blue font on black background. Stop complaining. Learn to read. Had to have the Norwegian colors, you know. Yeah, bump up them. MBL in the same as Arsak geeks out the Viper. Sounds about right. Here's the range. We have 2 or 3 on gold. Njord here with the scout, but the infantry entering as well. That barracks was up pretty late, since Men-at-Arms still isn't in, but does manage to get in here on the gold. First archer to be taken out by the scout, potentially here. Men-at-Arms on the gold. And range follow-up. Yeah, the archers are gonna pop out as well. Maybe one already on the way here. Actually, the third Men-at-Arms moving out. No infantry whatsoever from the Vikings, but that could just be a result of scouting from the red player as well to... No, it's not, because he hasn't scouted the base and seen the infantry opening. Heimdall is struggling a bit here, wants to get those walls up, but it's taking some serious damage from the Men-at-Arms. Gets those archers out though, and will clean up the aggression here. Not actively scouting anymore, but that's not really the priority at this point either. One eco unit killed by Njord, so I guess the Men-at-Arms to some extent got some damage down there. Here comes the blacksmith on the gold as well to act as a wall, giving some extra tiles of difference there. Makes it hard to hit this main goal by archers, but if you get a forward tower down, you'll still be able to deny this gold somehow. It's an investment though, and you might not want to invest that 125 stone at this point. It would be the ultimate troll to have MBL or Viper play one of them, wouldn't it? Why would you heavily favor Portuguese just for fun? Because of the gold discount, or... I mean, Vikings definitely have a stronger economy. I guess Portuguese, they have the mobility option way better than the Vikings, so you could make a cavalry switch. But, yeah, more options. Who even plays Portuguese? Maybe Mats does. That free wheelbarrow advantage for the Vikings has been kind of lost here as well, because the idle TC is now at 107 for Heimdall. That equates to nearly 3 villagers. Of course, Njord has some idle time as well, but should be ahead in villagers here because of the lower time. It's the Hidden Cup. Hidden Cup 4 map pool, BLO. So it's... yeah, it's identical to that. No new maps, yeah. Heavily favor Portuguese for their water bonuses. Yeah, we don't even have ponds here, so definitely not playing to the Portuguese naval strengths here. Heimdall safe behind the walls now. We have walling on the Portuguese player's side as well. Not too much damage done. I mean, it's mainly army lost, and forced the Vikings player into some skirmisher defense here as well. Njord, however, has the better economic setup for an earlier cast age here. Needs to, of course, conserve the archer mass to really benefit from that. Easily favor Vikings here. Yeah, if they can hold the aggression. They have they simply have a stronger economy to boost their later game. So Njord hiding away the armies while attending to stuff at home, I guess. Trying to look for a point of entry here. Did have the scout inside of the base here. It got killed, obviously, since it's in behind the walls here. But it's going to attempt to enter here. That's just a couple of houses or a palisade gate and a couple of palisade tiles here to keep these archers out. So if Heimdall reacts, yeah, Guess it's gonna be house walls. Oh, but that's open though, isn't it? You need a palisade tile in between here as well. Could be scary. Oh, but here comes the army. And Heimdall even takes the hill here, so with roughly 50-50 archers and skirmishers, it's decent. It's more than decent, it's cleaning up here. It's cleaning up. This is sloppy from Njord not to... Or maybe just realized the... Sauce. That has to be a hole though, that's open. Surely. Vikings cleans up. Maybe Andy knows how this ends, because he heavily favors Vikings here. However, we have Castle Age on the way for Njord, who needs to replenish the army mass. Only got about 6 archers, and we'll maybe have 10, 12... Let's say 12 archers entering the Castle Age. Yeah, but the round of 16 pool is a little bit limited in the number of maps below. I think I agree with Just for Fun on the that this could be 1500s players. There was not even any attempt at micro down here with the archers. So it's about a minute lead to the Castle Age for the Portuguese player here. However, the Vikings player will have more military and arguably a stronger economy. Looking at the current... Wait, no, there's a minute difference. But yeah, entering the Castle Age, you'll get handcart instantly as well, so that boosts your economy. This is not Just for Fun confirmed. Or OG Daddy as his game name is in-game. This was not a wacky strat by any means. And we don't know if it's completely all in yet. Oh yeah, he's here. Crossbow Bodkin coming in for the Portuguese player, got a juicy 13 archers here. Not that many more for the Vikings, but we have triple archery ranges pumping out units for Heimdall here. Got a couple of skirmishes still mixed in as well. Looks like Njord is going for another offensive here. Might need some forward siege at this point to increase the pressure. There's some Castle Age advantage here, but Heimdall is just going to pull these armies away and get Crossbow Bodkin on his own. Let's see if this group of Crossbow can get into... do some proper damage over here, though. No, this is the first set, Hoya. You're good. DC on the woodland there to secure that. About to be an overdrop in the corner. That could backfire. Just marching right through the TC here. Is this Ken? Ken, is this you? Because Ken said in his personal notes, hates microing archers. Let's see if there's any evidence of microing archers here. I don't know if Ken would pick green though. Not sure about his color preferences. Yeah, that's an army cleanup again, giving the Vikings a 3-1 army advantage. Sure looks like Ken. Yeah, for the hates to micro archers comment, it might be. Night Civ or Day Civ, indeed. It's always day in Age of Empires 2 though, isn't it? It's not like we have a night team. Look at this boomer! Third DC going up. Which brings Rhodey to the question. Lots of TCs and booming and cannoneers. Well, he's not gonna get those from Vikings. Don't really have a command for the brackets, but we can arrange that. We have a knight switch from the Portuguese, and 8-second TC going up, arguably falling behind in economy now. Let's just go for that one. +2 is in, husbandry coming in, and the amount of crossbows not necessarily scary for the amount of knights currently on the field. No production though, no army production going on here currently. Seeing the knights, Heimdall immediately reacts with the pikeman upgrade, which is cheaper after the recent patch, and also a bonus free to use the monks to convert knights at a distance from home base here. It's open on this side though, so if our green friend here, Njord, scouts this side, might still be able to enter with the knights. Yeah, we don't have a price below, but Moomin Lemonade sounds like a good one. Maybe I'll have to think of something small to send them in there. Triple town center production for both here. It looks like Njord is having a more consistent town center flow here because it's keeping up with the villager numbers. Pakke med brunost. Ooh, that's a good price actually. Sucks if you don't like the brown cheese though. Knights moving back in, 11 knights now, but that's 17 crossbows. They could take a choke point here as well, which Heimdall is doing. Less area for the knights to surround. Looks like Njord still wants to dive. Let's see if that's a favorable fight for the green player. It's going to cost quite a few. They aren't even attacking! They can't attack because they're stacking on top of each other. It's like 2 knights attacking. Why would you even send all of the knights in there when only a few of them can attack? It's honestly a fantastic trade for Heimdall here. Yeah, we'll have to think of some kind of price. We still have some leftover money from Viper donating the AOE Olympics 2020 prize pool to the Norway community as well, but Kong was the one securing those funds, so maybe it's just hidden them away. Oh, forward castle! Here we go! Organ guns hype. But looks like the defensive castle will complete before that. Uh-oh, you're going in for the suicide here. Kong has smoked those money away. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that castle is... What are you doing? You're with a full Titanic moment here. It's trying to distract the armies here, but the knights are definitely going to go down here, and the crossbows could easily take out these 11 forward wielders trying to complete that castle. Now the castle of red is up. You don't even need army to clean this up. You could just use the castle fire. It has bodkin, so it's going to be able to range these villagers. Don't tell me this castle goes up. Nope. Oh! And just like that, Njord falls massively behind in economy and military. 1 military to 21 here. Heimdall just enjoying life here. Haha, did Finland only play Chaos Pit? Biolo, that's funny. That is funny. Yeah. Defensive castle now instead in place. Also going Imperial Age here. They're both going Imperial Age though, so we'll have some... I mean, Heimdall has wasted some armies as well. It's not like a whole heap of crossbows to become arbalists here. Did we get... Oh, okay, that explains it. Nice attack round there from Njord. Also lost crossbows to the castle fire, but now... Ooh! Full-on infantry switch here. I guess that's going to be mainly pikemen. And we're still making crossbows, so we're going to have some arbalists eventually as well. Entering the Imperial Age at around 100 villagers, so it's a good boom going on here. I guess we'll have a forward castle as well, because we have more than 650 stone in the bank. This would be a nice place for a forward castle to push this one down, to be honest. Could place the castle here and have the trebs on this hill. Just make sure you're outside of the Queen Castle's range. And when you've finished off this fortification, you should easily be able to move in with crossbows, pike and siege and get going. But we're going for organ guns here. Is this Snippy? Snippy would have opened scouts, so he would have gone scouts with Portuguese as well. But Snippy says likes to go for something fun rather than something smart in terms of unit combinations. And going organ guns here, I think that's more fun than smart. Okay, I found another hill here. That's obviously a decent forward castle as well. Maybe just trying to hide it away and don't worry about sending military to defend this. Not that much military in the making here, which tells me these players aren't really top notch, perhaps. But they might also have some hotkey issues with army production and stuff because of the hotkeys breaking in the recent patch. RLS is in, Bracer is in, which means that the Mangonel won't be doing anything. Why does the Portuguese player keep making knights? Because knights are cool. At this point, if you get to Cavalier with the Imperial Age upgrades, this army isn't scary enough to scare all of the Cavalier away. Deleting an archery range to send the organ guns out! It's 7 organ guns against how much military from the Vikings stole. Even the Arbalists will clean this up, I think. Yeah, that's not gonna work for you. That's not gonna work very well for you. The Arbalists are have longer range, farther range than the organ guns by a factor of 1. I guess it's 5+3 now. First trebuchets out. There are 2 castles here to produce more trebuchets as well. Another bad fight taking from Njord there, so I'm now going for the Cavalier here. Not that many Vikings pikes on the field, so why not? Vikings also don't get halberdier, but they have a Vikings hit points bonus for the infantry, so we have 66 HP as opposed to the generic pikeman, which would have 20% less. No attempts to even repair this castle, even though there's stone in the bank. Ballistics come in for whatever reason. Does ballistics affect organ guns? Is that it, or? Where are the fatal areas? Good question. Good question indeed. Tried to focus one trebuchet there, but decided to go for the other one instead, to run away from the pikes. Okay, gets one down. But obviously, Njord realizes this is not his game. Defensive castle about to go down. Doesn't really matter when the Vikings player has 35 military. And yeah, fully upgraded Arbalists here compared to only 10 Cavalier for the green. Red troops micro reminds you of Ken. I don't see Ken as a Vikings picker though. But yeah, who knows. Let's have a look at the maps. What's next? Njord's home map is slopes, so we'll be going to slopes next. You can see the Vikings economy here, it's just always... No, military, sorry. I wanted to show the economy. The Vikings economy... I was going to say it was ahead the whole time, but actually it didn't really get ahead until 40 minutes-ish. Prediction pool contest for this, only among the players for now, but maybe we should have one in the Discord as well. It's a fair point. That would be the Vikings winning Arabia against the Portuguese from Njord. We'll be going to slopes next, which I think is Japanese because slopes is the one with shorefish and hunt on the sides, isn't it? So your cheaper mills will be doing you a favor there. I think that could be Japanese. And Heimdall, it's all open. Kind of hoping for Franks for some castles and cavalry play. But the archer fight in the early game reminded me of me, says Ken. Right, let's go for game 2 on slopes. Japanese versus Incas, okay. Okay. Here we. So this is slopes. You have some hills here that can't be built upon, but as you can see in between the woodlands and the sides, you'll be able to make some sort of a bottle wall around your base or something like that. So we have Heimdall with the Incas, becoming a strong infantry civilization with the most recent patch. Eagles now cost a little bit more food, but I think the gold cost has been slightly reduced. So you can see on the sides here, players will usually go for the sides, or many players will go for the sides early on, because there's shorefish, which is the second fastest collection rate of food in the game, aside from Mongols Hunt. EDZ97 says his favorite map. Okay. Maybe that's a tell, huh? Yeah, shorefish and hunt to the side. That's about 1,000, maybe a little bit more than 1,000 food around here. No, 960 food. So you'll want to consider milling the sides. That's probably the reason for the Japanese pick, right? Because Japanese resource drop-off points cost 50 wood instead of 100. So you could justify milling both sides if you really feel like it. Japanese also have faster attacking infantry, so they have a strong men-at-arms opening. Of all the places to put a lumber camp, Njord chooses to place it here, but hey, it's Japanese, it's cheaper to make a new one anyway. So who am I to argue? I want to see an infantry opening here from the Japanese, but we'll see. Incas have all of the options. In the Castle Age onwards they have slingers as well, which are powerful against infantry. They shred infantry units. As Incas, you could also go for Eagle Scouts in the Feudal Age. You just want to make sure to get the upgrades from the Blacksmith nice and early, so that you won't get hard countered by the faster attacking Japanese infantry. And I don't think you'll want to go Eagles against the Japanese, because the infantry of the Japanese attacks faster anyway, so it just makes it a lot easier for the Japanese to deal with Eagle spam than most generic civs. So someone said that Andy likes Incas. I don't think he said it in his own notes on playing style. There's no Britons picked here, so of course it could be Andy thinking about the picks. Someone said he really likes Incas, at least in the player's prediction sheet. Well, I'm not sure. Some of the players participating I don't know at all, unfortunately, so we'll have to get to know them. Josephina says, I doubt Andy is any of these. I guess Andy wouldn't pick Slopes either, maybe. Slopes is also among... I think Papaya Pete really likes Slopes for the potential of mobility play. And he just got old enough to play with himself. What's that supposed to be? Whoa! Almost getting a scout there. Good attention by Heimdall, even if it costs some idle TC time. Speaking of idle TC, it's on the lower side for both players as of yet. Barracks coming up again. We saw that the previous game as well. Njord, early barracks, early gold mining. Long distance gold mining at that. And we're definitely, not definitely, but we're probably going to see the Japanese infantry here. And it looks like a drush because there's only 10 additional gold taken here. But then placing the mining camp. Wonder when the correct time to go on the sides are. I think it depends on what you're playing, just for fun, because if you're playing scouts and relying on the food and distracting you, what the fuck? If you're playing the mobility of the scouts, or the eagle scouts for that matter, you'll want to get the food on the sides because that delays your farming, and you can use your mobility to harass the opponent. But if you're going for a slower approach like the infantry into archers, then you're probably just rather wall your home side base and not care about the minutes to the side. Heimdall is papaya, says HA. Maybe. I'm also leaning towards Njord could be Ken, yeah. Let's see, as we cast more sets, we can still see a lot of players playing like towers. Are we on stone? We're on stone! Men-at-arms towers for the Japanese. 5 builders moving forward here. They're going straight for the gold. I think you'll want to deny the stones as well. We need a tower here, I'd say. Where are you going? Is this scouting for the woodline or what? I mean, the woodline is over here, so maybe Heimdall saw right through this Japanese play. These guys have been walking forever. Who is this player? Who is this? It's not Arsak, he would never go men-at-arms towers. Question is, who would? Has to be said that this could be called blacksmith. Ouch. That is something Papaya Pete would write. And that's more of an oak thing. To reply like that. Oh, I thought that was the second tower for a moment. It's not though. And we know Nope and Vevi like to play infantry, but I don't think it's either of them. Based on the first Arabia game, that just didn't look like them. So who is known for forward blacksmiths? Yes. Oh, the quick gate! Oy, oy, oy. Is this Akkal? Maybe. I might be the one picking Incas though. Forward like that is so Akkal, man. Hey, I wouldn't walk. I would place the first tower on the stone. Come on. This is full Titanic for yellow. Is it though? It's denying resources. It's going 7 on gold forward for some reason. It's not on the sides, as you can see. Not at all. And it's not scouted wood to the right. Oh, for red. I mean, red has archers out now. Yellow is towering absolutely nothing at this point. And the stones and golds are relatively safe for the red player, so seems like the Incas player is cleaning this up. I mean, it wants to deny red any chance to go for this lumber camp again. But we're really lacking in scouting here. The range is also something that yellow doesn't really know where is. Finally cleaning up the men-at-arms, and yeah, it looks like Heimdall is stabilizing here. Try without the... yeah, bracket, that's the one. Well, at least make a mill here or something, do something. Is this the 17th of May parade, or what's going on here? They're not even marching in sync. I need to work on that. Hey, do these guys look like they need any exercise mats? Look. They're beefy as hell. I mean, if you're going for... If you're really going for a meal, why not at least meal this? Okay, there's a range there, so never mind. But seriously though? When did people stop doing eco upgrades in Feudal Age? They've been watching King of the Desert Snippy, obviously. Specifically Nikov. And Snippy says that because he wrote in his own notes that always forget some important upgrades. Now, unless you have a strong eco bonus, it's tough to get eco upgrades when going Man-at-Arms Towers. That's true as well. Heimdall for the counterattack now. Home base not fully walled for Njord, so we know this isn't Arsak. That lumber camp, even though it costs only 50 wood for the Japanese, has not been refreshed. And now the counterattack is going to really become an issue for Njord over here. It's got a couple of ranges here, got the archers, got fletching, but doesn't really have the number, needs a couple on board before engaging, I think. Yeah, it's double ranges here for yellow. Wait, he's actually on the offensive here. I missed that. Forcing Heimdall to react at home means that the counterattack will be less efficient. Here we go, defensive tower, been going for the Man-at-Arms Towers. I don't know where these villagers are planning to go. Maybe they're following just so the tower will scare the archers away. Njord the Fearless, indeed, getting some good trades here. However, Heimdall still has the numbers advantage. Njord now going into some skirmishers for defense. That's decent damage though. More eco kills for Njord here. Sits on the hill to deny the gold so that it's tougher for the Incas player to get to Archer's production. How is that second mining camp going to do anything for you? Could be an eagle switch, going that heavy into gold. Sending an extremely weak villager over here. So if Njord's vision is on point, it's going to pick out at least that very weak one. Let's see. Oh! What is this for red though? What makes you think that's a good idea at this point? Just whack up a defensive tower at least or something. Yeah, who would do a forward blacksmith? Even I don't do that. Alright, cleans up the archers once again. It's twice the military for Njord now on slopes. Get the weak one, come on! She's like 3 HP, that's 1 hit away. Come on! Come on! We're focusing archers. That. Great counterattack from Heimdall over here as well. Gets at least 2 villagers. He's not going to get the third, I think. Because there are archers moving out as well. What's going on here? Oh my god, there's more! Always. Okay. Resource wise, Heimdall is struggling for gold, but he does have enough wood to sell wood for gold and still get to the Castle Age, perhaps. Did not invest into any defensive towers, so come the Castle Age, Heimdall should be able to get some defensive town centers up. Njord is nope. Then it's nope. Trying very hard to camouflage his own playstyle. I don't think Njord is nope. I think Njord could be Ken and Heimdall could be Papaya. Pete, indeed, yeah. Oh, that's right. We have Tiger in the Tiger likes his towers play. Tiger could, but he wouldn't necessarily be making million towers. I think he would go OG, just plain towers rush. I think. Looks like our Inca's friend is cleaning things up here. Archer's still guarding the golds. Now going to stone for some tower defense, perhaps here. Heimdall. But we have the Japanese player Njord going to the castle age. Still got some military production going. 11 archers and counting. And now trying to scramble up a defensive tower on the gold. A lot of skirmishers. And the archers micro. Definitely not OG Daddy here. Papaya and Tiger. Who is Tiger then? Tiger Njord? I don't think the Tiger would Titanic the first game like that. Even how out of shape he is in 1v1s, I don't think he would do that. Still don't have double with axe. That's not a laughing matter, Heimdall. Step up your game. Castlage is in. Crossbow Bodkin coming in for Njord here. Could be a Njord game this one actually, but there's lots of skirmishers for Heimdall, which means that if Heimdall, no, when Heimdall gets to the Castlage, he's gonna get elite skirmisher, and that is going to render the Japanese archers nearly useless unless you add in some knights. Do we have any stables going up here, perhaps? No response to the skirmishers yet. But there's a window of opportunity here to clean up most of the skirmishers with your Castlage crossbows before Heimdall can get to the upgrade. Let's see. Yeah, siege workshop for the skirmish. That's true actually. Add a couple of mangonels, get some good hits in. It's important to try and focus down the skirmishers now, I'd say, while you still can, because now you know that elite skirmisher is going to come. 3 town centers for Njord. I think this is Njord's game to lose at this point, yeah. He's ahead in eco, ahead in military as well. Elite skirmishers should not be allowed to clean up these crossbows. Heimdall, however, has seen the siege workshop foundation, unless that's a capture rate bug, so he'll know to react. I suppose you add your own siege or eagles here. Eagles would melt this siege. I don't really need a lot of them, just enough to get close enough to take out the siege. But at this point, it's 1 TC to 3, soon to be 3 for the Japanese. Good skirmisher micro there, trying for an attack ground, but that happens way too late. Had the tower builds to the mill, do the TC where the mill was, yeah. Indeed. Is that the starting scout? Probably is, actually. Confirming there's a TC over here. Skirmishers won't really be doing too much about that. Yeah, but even if you switch into eagles here, you still have the concern of the faster attacking Japanese infantry and even their samurai if you get the castle up. And the castle is not too far off for Njord here, so I don't really see, even if you had the eco for it, an eagle switch might not work here. No, denying the university over here for Heimdall, so that's something. Good mangonel micro there as well, 1 for 0. It's gonna be another one. No, we're fine. Catapult lives to see another fight there. University finally completes, but that's at the cost of quite a bit of idle towns that are idle worker time there for the other on the other side. Doesn't really matter when you have 20 villagers more though. Oh, what's the repair bug?
Yes.
Bada booms! Bada booms. Oh! Yeah, you don't. I mean, now, trying to micro down 2 mangonels like that, that's the thing that OG Daddy would be doing. But the rest of the micro isn't really giving me any OG Daddy vibes here. They're wasting some army there, now making the cavalry switch again. Who loves to open archers and switch into cavalry? That's the question. TC up in the back for red, definitely stabilizing here. Surprised it, well, I guess you have the tower to defend that gold, so we're okay-ish with that. Just casually passing through that old gate. Does he know there's a TC here? Does. Mangonel chasing. Oh, that's going to be a slaughter. That's going to be a slaughter. Ah. Oh yeah, are you secretly playing the Hidden Cup without telling us? Did someone give Hoye access to the Njord account and not tell anyone? That's a ballsy forward castle, but I think it's gonna complete because there's more builders building it. So contesting the side here. Why here though? What's that gonna give you? I mean, you did nice on farming and some gold, but the main economy is over here. I guess the gold could run out soon, so that's something. Yeah, tower getting kills as well. Gotten 3 villagers so far, actually. No, 2 villagers, 3 villagers. Nice. Exactly, no, it's 12 to 13 villagers, so slightly more damage for Njord there, I guess. And I'm just actually starting to farm with some of the forward villagers here. I don't know why you would keep 12 villagers just firing away inside of here, though. Buying food. Another TC. That's TC number 4, technically, for Njord. Going for the Japanese Cavalier here by the looks of it. So switching to some kind of mobility play here. That's interesting. Our bread probably bought food to get to the Imperial Age, right? Mangonel versus Mangonel, trying to take out the market there to stop further market abuse, but that yellow Mangonel is gonna go down. Bam. 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 Eh? Eh? Come on! Oh way! What the fuck was that? Okay, so yellow is first to the Imperial Age here, gets the trebuchet out, will take out this forward castle before Heimdall can do anything about it. Also got the counter aggression, counter raids in here with the knights, and somehow took out that red Mangonel who should have taken out this one easily. Oh, yeah. How does Heimdall get back from this? It's 30 builders behind, doesn't really have any military, just trying to boom with no army to support here. Why is Japanese going knights? Because knights are cool. And it's not knights, it's Cavalier Hoye. Come on. Yellow should castle in his face now. A castle here or something would be nice. Looks like we're making a pike halberdier switch since we can't go Kamuyuk anymore because the forward castle is down. One Cavalier over here and you clean up all of this, really? I'm not sure Yellow even knows how much economy has been here. Well, I think that this is Njord's game for sure. Going to a 1-1 on the third game here. Good raids for the Cavaliers here. Not much happening to the right hand side. Never saw this TC going up, so there's still some economy working for red, but it's way behind, obviously. Japanese Arbalest joining in as well, so Cavalier Arbalest. And no economy to make the unit combination to stop that from Heimdall. Lots of economy still working though, so the mobility of the cavalry isn't really playing to peak performance here, but there shouldn't be any comeback for Heimdall here. It's struggling for food, which means you can't as easily replace villagers. Trebuchet now moving forward, gone a long way from the back there. We have more than enough stone here now to drop a castle forward as well, maybe on this side. And to guess Njord as Ken, that kind of makes sense, yeah. Strong push forward here. I don't think... What is this outpost worth? I guess they're going to move forward to place a castle eventually. They just want to get some vision on the sides. Best blacksmith ever. Yeah, it's still alive. Now the TC goes down. Shit ton of ranges going up to the side here as well, so Njord's going to double up on these Arbalest. I don't know why red is still trying here. It's like 50 more villagers and 40 more military from Njord here. This is like... It certainly looks like we're going to get to a hideout game. What?! It's the castle drop into GG. GG well played, it's called. Njord gets the second game. And we're going to a third game for the first set. What the hell? It's just a nice way to say goodbye in GG, I guess. Just wanted to complete that castle before calling it. Let's have a look at the military situation here. KD 154 to 71 for Njord, so well ahead there. The economy situation should be massively ahead for the Japanese. Much more on top of everything, including the eco upgrades. Only double with axe for the Incas. So this could be me for all I know. I'm sloppy with the eco upgrades. Uptime's comparable, but it did cost... Wasn't it Heimdall buying lots of food to get to the next stage? So, so that came at a cost for sure. And finally, let's have a look at the draft again, because now we had Japanese winning that one on slopes and Incas going down. We're going to hide out as a final matchup here. I guess that's going to be Turks against Bohemians. That's the last pick though. Teutons, Men-at-Arms Towers, hideout. Yeah, Turks, Teutons then, I guess. Let's see. See what the last one brings here. Let's see if you have any guesses for Njord and Heimdall actually. So who's who? Njord. Don't mind Andy. Andy isn't everyone, obviously. Njord has actually been guessed. Wait, Heimdall has guessed Njord as just for fun. I'm not sold on that. And Njord didn't really guess anyone, so It is indeed hideout next. Teuton-Turks. This is Ken versus Arsak. Oh, speaking of Arsak, we actually have the Arsak color here. Heimdall is just for fun. Maybe. Yeah, of course you could guess yourself. Sheep outside, hunt outside for this hideout generation, which means pushing in the hunt is going to be a little bit awkward. We have this is the far away generation, isn't it? So you have to walk quite a bit to get to the opponent's side. Or maybe it's not that far actually. So if you scout it early enough, you could easily pull off some Teuton's towers here. And lucky for Njord, if you go for the Man-at-Arms towers approach here, then you'll easily deny the berries from this side. We have Heimdall with the Turks, which honestly benefit more from Castle Age play here. Get their Castle up, get their Janissaries out. Whereas Njord with the Teutons certainly has the option of towers, aggression or defense. But might struggle a little bit against the Turks' gunpowder options, I don't know. It's hideout, so I'm going to take the liberty of fast forwarding at least a little bit here, as there's a limit to how interesting it is to see pushing in of hunt and... Wait, where did that come from? Let's see what kind of populations they aim for here. Looks like a 20-something pop for Njord here. Okay, now we need to slow down. Forward barracks, not too uncommon for hideout to be honest, but 22 pop though, that's a bit slow. I mean, Turks could almost pull off a fast castle off this with the 23 pop up here. This with 2 on gold. Pushing in the hunt as well through the opening warrior. Pushed in all of the hunt as opposed to Njord, who didn't push in anything to my knowledge. Let's see if Red sees what's up here. Didn't really see anything else than the fact that the scout is here. Yeah, he could deny the berries to the tower, that's true actually. So if you're trying for FC here, that could be an issue. It's not too typical of an uptime for a fast cast, for a tower rush either. Red can't go FC with this pop, Ruby Brog. It's got 500 food now though and 4 on gold. But berries blocked, that's an issue. Why show the militia? I mean, it's not like it's a big surprise to see militia to back this up. There's the feudal age for Heimdall. Could sell the stone, buy food, go Castle Age. Yeah, exactly. Except you don't want to sell stone as Turks when going FC though, because you want that stone for castles. Yeah, exactly, Moya. Range is up. Probably to defend against the Men-at-Arms here. That's 3 Men-at-Arms pounding away the house, covered by tower fire. He goes to forward range as well, as Njord has gone to gold at home base. Going to add some archers to the towers to save the villagers to build the towers instead. Okay, we're through with the Men-at-Arms. Bet is denied. Scout now able to scout the inside of the base, going to find the gold on that side as well. Well, your eco is always going to be rough with going for a tower rush. Second farm going up here, and the idle TC is way lower for Njord, after all. FC not really an option though. We're missing the second building for the Castle Age for Heimdall here, so our Turks friend is in some serious shit here right now. Black Heart versus Vivier. No second building though. Blacksmith coming up from Njord here. Oh, Minotaur's gonna go down to town center fire finally. Do we have fletching yet? No, we don't have fletching because we don't have a blacksmith, obviously. Forward blacksmith! That's trademark Njord by the looks of it. Men at arms and towers enjoyer. Nice quick bolts. Archers versus archers here. Let's see who gets the better trades. Not focusing the weakest one here. So that red tower completes first. I mean, if you're Teutons, why not just send more builders forward? Okay, it's going to try and batter that down with some cover fire from the towers. That house doesn't really do too much because you could just delete your own palisade here if you're on Njord and whack the tower up anyway. Double range defense. I think it's just to boost the numbers, right? Or maybe I forgot that they built one over here. But red has been struggling a lot with idle TC time here. Is way behind in builders now. 6 builders behind at the 16-minute mark. That's not a position you want to find yourself in. Feel like we could try and break through here as well, and then try to get to the woodline or something, but arguably more important to deny the gold, of course. More farms now at home. We're not going to see the cast stage anytime soon here for Njord. We might see it for Heimdall, since the gold is now effectively back on back under the red player's control. While Njord has added some skirmishers as well. Is he really stabilizing here, Heimdall? Or is Njord gonna get the reverse sweep here now and getting the woodline? But it's going to be forever feud late for a while longer, actually, for both of them here. Njord keeps forgetting eco upgrades. Yeah, it's true. Snippy says he's like scouts though. Scouts are better than archers, and we haven't seen a single scout. I don't think we've seen a single scout this set at all. We've only seen knights and cavaliers, and men at arms and towers. Snippy and Ken. Forward market! It's not forward actually. Just forward in the base. Yeah, their cast ledge clicks are going to be somewhat similar, but Njord will have much better eco indeed. You'll have more villagers working, it's as simple as that. Stone kind of off limits for the Heimdall player as well. The Heimdall player. 4-tile stone over here, probably not even scouted at this point. The scouting of Heimdall is just atrocious here. It's he knows nothing. He has no idea. Maybe purple can be Straumandes. He claims not to have a distinct playing style, so that kind of adds up. But Straumandes enjoys water maps, he says, so he would probably pick Bay or cup if it's in there, rather than close map like this. Likes towers, yeah, maybe. Is this going to be a cavalry switch from Njord again? I think it might be. It's like 7 on gold. Got the farms here. Definitely got the eco setup for one single stable. There we go, there's the stable! 4 blacksmiths and Castle Age, Imperial Age cavalry. Bloodlines coming in. Going to have a few knights as well. Heimdall actually matching the uptime here almost. It's 45 seconds apart. Going for the archers into crossbows as Turks here. Probably because he has the 2 ranges already. It's sort of invested into that situation here. This for Njord, the Castle Age. And hid away the stable, obviously. Red still has no idea what's going on here. Hasn't scouted for the relics. Doesn't really even know how far away Njord's base is. It's almost a little bit surprising that Njord hasn't started to wall off at least one of the sides already. Siege defense here, maybe expecting more ranged units from the Teutons for whatever reason, or seeing the siege workshop going up here. Nope. We should be expecting to see a couple of monasteries soon as well, shouldn't we? Unless it's just full boom at home, but we've been spending all the stone, so we'd have to buy stone for additional town centers here if that's the case. Mangonel in the making. Could easily afford a lot more of those. Light situation, not as ideal here. And Heimdall just going for another town center over here. So, Mangonel's firing away at the towers. They have 3 murder holes, so you can't really batter them down with villagers, right? So you have to clean them up otherwise. Yeah, we haven't had the ready side picked yet, Snippy. That's true. Which means you haven't been playing, right? Monastery coming up here, but Teutons, as we know, have conversion resistance. 1 knight now moving into trying to 9 gold over here, but ooh, might actually clean up the Mangonels depending here. That's 3 Mangonels for red though. And they're gonna go down. That's lots of gold down the drain for the red player. 3 knights cleaning up 3 Mangonels, that's profit. Is this the get out of my game castle from Njord here? It's placing a very forward castle, a couple of tiles further up, and you'd actually range both theses and the gold, so could have been even better. But given the Mangonels forward, the archers shouldn't be able to deny this one. Your best bet is to actually deny this castle with when that first woman starts building it. If you're at some point, you could actually use the archer to snipe the foundations, but yeah, not gonna happen. Some Mangonel micro flex over here as well. Are we breaking through? No, not really. That castle, I think it completes. Even the Mangonels can't really get close because there are Mangonels from the purple player as well. Oh, not anymore. Good Mangonel micro from red here. This is approximately where it cut off because of the wrong version of the game to play back. Oh! And just like that, Njord is even, is level in economy with Heimdall. He's failing the forward castle. And will be in a position to pull back. Good. Mangonel worked there to deny this castle, and he needs to wall that in ASAP. So Njord can complete this one. It's paramount to make sure this castle cannot complete, otherwise it's going to be a hell to deal with. He's even trying to re-wall here in the midst of Mangonel fire. Oh, why though? Yeah, we were like 10 seconds before the game turned around, but don't say that though. These villagers might still complete this castle. Since there's still a gap by the berries. Yeah, there's no berry bush here, so you could get through there. Yeah. That castle will complete. Which means that Heimdall will have to... No, sorry, Njord will have to... No, Heimdall will have to look elsewhere for stone. Alright, defensive Mangonel to stop that castle from going up still. It's 42 builders now in Njord. It's got a decent farming economy working at home, but it's also lost so many builders trying to get that castle up. Getting a little bit too ambitious. He's sending another wave of builders forward! But he also needs to get through here for that to happen. He got guard tower, what's going on here? He should garrison that tower and take out that Mangonel at least. And excuse me for fast forwarding it a little bit, but I have a flight to catch in 2.5 hours, so we just need to see the conclusion of this. Beautiful placement of the crossbow there to deny that castle from going up, but another castle attempt from Njord over here. What's going on? He's 47 villagers to 55 here. He's still allowing Heimdall to take stone over here, which means that Heimdall will be able to get a castle up and produce Janet Grandisers, potentially. No way! Another castle gets denied by these hero Mangonels over here, which probably have lots of kills by now. 11 kills, yeah. Oh dear. The sad faces, the frowning faces. This is going to be the maybe potentially completed castle into GG here. It's another 11 villagers. That's a third of Njord's economy right there, moving forward to complete this castle, only to see Heimdall potentially completing his own at the same time. Oh, here comes the pipe TC boom Hoya was talking about. He's the second TC already, but he wants Heimdall to do that. Lots of barracks for the Turks for whatever reason. Did he want to go into Turks pikemen or what? Kappa? At least Teutons get free murder holds, so you can't batter this tower down easily. Heimdall, however, first to the Imperial Age. We'll have access to trebuchets, of course, but being the Turks, you also get instant chemistry, so you could also just make siege workshops now in the Castle Age and get some bombard cannons out instead of relying on only trebs. Another castle for Njord. Keeps the forward aggression going here. And the score was like something like that. It's 1-1. Maybe the other way around. We can look into that later. So another castle completes, but no sign of any Imperial Age here for Njord. However, the Turks player only 50 seconds away. Eco situation ahead for Heimdall. Even after all these pressures, it's recovered nicely. There it is. Imperial Age is in. Where are the trebuchets? Here it is. First trebuchet on the way. 2 or 3 trebs. You should be able to nicely clean up these students' castles. I don't know what you would make in addition to that though. Maybe Janissaries, honestly. Since you have the castle. No, you can't make Janissaries, you have the castle. Never mind. Hand Cannoneers, perhaps. Like I said, I'm always speeding this up because I have a flight to catch in too short time. If not for that, I would be casting more sets as well. 2 trebs now, 3rd treb on the way. Forward castle's gonna be GG for Njord. Can't seem to make up his mind here. He's making pikemen for reasons I cannot fathom. And some knights as well. Imperial Age on the way, but yeah, both the castles are going to be gone before that time. Even going to have a little sneak base to the side there. Hussars now from the Turks. Imperial Age is in. And Njord is not going to go down without the fight here, even if all of the forward present goes down. Why Hussar already? Because Turks. But why try to mass them on this economy? I don't know. And it's true, he's struggling for gold here. Could be taking the faraway gold though. easy going out for Njord now, but the home economy facing some serious damage here. Yeah, I mean, Heimdall's best bet for gold is in the back there, right? I don't even know if he knows about it. Yeah, he's seen it. Newton's pikes. They have extra melee armor, so they'll probably do decent against the Hussars. More barracks for purple here. It's the deciding game. But Heimdall is definitely the one to turn it around. Look at these beautiful farms. Get Texas the game back. Completely Texas. That's a Norwegian term for when something is completely crazy. So maybe says CA, Cavalry Archers. Maybe that's what we're going to see here now. Could just be Hand Cannoneers as well, with that kind of food gold setup. Maybe it's Hand Cannoneers actually, for the food gold. He's seen pikes for the Teutons, so HC would make sense here. But we have Podskin as well, so we could make an argument for Cavalry Archers still. Gustavino likes Hand Cannoneers apparently, so could be Gustavino this one. Trebuchet going down, all is doing its taking out houses. And Cavalry Archers, definitely a Teutons killer. Gold access back on the menu, 40 more villagers than Njord over here. Njord basically only got wood access at this point, uses his Cavalier to clean up. But as the Hand Cannoneers numbers are increasing, Heimdall should be able to push further into purple space soon enough. Massive population advantage for Heimdall here. Now even going into heavy camels, because the food gold situation warrants that, and when you have heavy camels, the Cavaliers of the Teutons will be way less efficient as well, of course. Army's castle on the side over here to protect the neutral gold, I guess. Making armies on both sides now. Hand cannoneers on this side as well. 28 hand cannoneers total and some heavy camels to boot. Get wrecked, Crusher, says Arsec. Heavy camel full defense upgrades are in. I don't know what's up over here. It's Njord hoping to get some raids in, but he can't because there's a castle over here. Yeah, it's a speedy cast because my flight leaves in 2.5 hours and I need to pack and get to the airport as well. So didn't expect any of the best of threes to be this long, guys. That's the issue, but that's honestly a good thing to get good matchups in this hidden format. This is like the speed of the Imperial Camels with the Caravanserai bug. Now let's see what Heimdall has to say about this, or Njord rather. He's not able to keep up with the armies whatsoever. He's facing massive raids at home base, and now we can slow it down a bit because I think we might be... Ooh! Yeah, I missed that. Odegaard cut through to Heimdall's base. I don't think it makes much of a difference with the current economic situation of Heimdall here. But it's able to get some counter damage in for sure. It's just that he's got only 1/8 of the military size of Heimdall at this point, and there are siege weapons joining in as well to make quick work of the economies. One player is going to go down sooner than the other here. Great defense and great comeback from Heimdall to deny that forward castle. If that first forward castle had gone up for Njord, it would be a different game. But that's it. Njord taps out, Heimdall takes the 2-1. And we have the statistics sorted out with that in mind. GG, well played. Now we could actually look at the stats as well before closing it. Just need to see the timeline at Castle Age. Yeah. Where's the Castle Age? I would have expected bigger eco drops here with all those villagers going down. Doesn't look that bad, does it? It's here probably, and here. Njord the Fearless, indeed. GG.